Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ikea. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. You are a real one. So we are in this season right now where it's not quite fall, but summer is basically over. So I wanted to share some fragrances with you all that are perfect transitional fragrances as we go into the cooler months. I have about 10 fragrances that I think you all would really enjoy. I think these ones are great as, again, we're going into these cooler months. So if you are interested in knowing what my top summer to fall fragrances are, keep on watching. So I don't know about y'all, but I am looking forward to fall. I love the fall time. It's my favorite season. And since we're not quite into fall, these fragrances are fragrances that I feel like you can wear both in the summer and in the fall. They're warm, but they're not super warm. They're a little spicy. We got some florals in here. So we have a variety of fragrances. And again, I have about 10 to share with you all. So before we get started, be sure to like this video if you enjoy it. Also, comment down below and let me know what your favorite summer to fall fragrance is. So the first fragrance that I wanted to share is from Kilian, and this is Princess. This is such a beautiful gourmand fragrance. It has marshmallow in it. There's ginger as well as green tea and a few other floral notes. I really love this fragrance because it is a gourmand. It is sweet, but it's not overly sweet, and it's also warm but not super deep. I enjoy wearing this in the summertime, but I also feel like you can wear this as we transition into the fall. This fragrance isn't overwhelming. It's just like a nice, creamy, sweet fragrance. And I love it so much. So this one again is Princess by Kilian. The next one I want to share with you is Rouge from Christian Louboutin. This is like the perfect oriental fragrance. It has iris, cardamom, and vanilla. So it's got this greenness to it. It's also a little sweet and a little floral, but it's not over the top in any of those notes. It's a perfect balance. I feel like this is great, honestly, year round. And this is the perfect fragrance that you could wear throughout the day. I probably wouldn't wear this every day just because it's a little pricey. However, it is a great fragrance that you can wear throughout the day. This fragrance isn't overwhelming or offensive, and I just love the way that this fragrance makes me feel. It makes me feel confident when I wear it, and it also makes me feel really pretty. Again, this one is Rouge from Christian Louboutin. This next fragrance I want to share with you all is from the House of Sillage, and I actually recently did a review on this, so I will link it somewhere for you to check it out. But this is Whispers of Enchantment, and this is their most recent launch. I think they launched this last week or the week before, and I really do love this fragrance. It's this beautiful spicy floral fragrance. It's also really sweet. It has mandarin, geranium, there's wild sage in here, there's also a little bit of musk, patchouli, and leather. And when I first smelled this fragrance, I just knew that this would be the perfect fragrance to transition into fall. This is like the perfect casual date night fragrance. I feel like you can also wear this maybe to brunch or to happy hours or to a day party. I really think this fragrance is sexy. I wouldn't say that it's like super seductive, but it is still a nice, sexy fragrance. I really do enjoy this fragrance a lot, and it just smells so, so good. So I also have another fragrance from the House of Sillage that I think is really perfect as we transition. Now this one is totally different from Whispers of Enchantment. This one is Hoax Bijou, and this is a fruity floral fragrance, but it's also a little warm. It has grapefruit, mango, heliotrope. There's iris in here along with amber, and this fragrance is so beautiful. I actually think that this is blind buy worthy. It's not offensive. I think a lot of people will gravitate towards this one. It's fruity, it's fun, it's flirtatious, but there is a warmthness to this fragrance that I think you can definitely wear as we are going into the cooler months. I just really love this fragrance a lot. It smells so divine. It doesn't really smell like anything that I have in my collection, but if I had to compare this fruitiness and juiciness of this fragrance to any fragrance that I have. I would probably compare it to Delina. It doesn't smell exactly like Delina, and honestly, I don't think it's a dupe, but that fruity floralness that you get in Delina and even in Delina Exclusive is kind of similar to Hoax Bijou. I think this fragrance is so beautiful, and I also again think that this is a great blind buy fragrance. This next fragrance that I have is from Montal, and this is Intense Cafe. I believe I mentioned this one actually in the summer fragrances video, but I feel like this is still perfect as we're going into the cooler months. Intense Cafe is this beautiful coffee and rose fragrance. So there's rose in here, there's coffee, there's a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of musk in here, and it is so beautiful. I think that this is comparable to MFK's Gentle Fluidity Gold. It has this warmthness and this sweetness to it that's really beautiful, but I personally think that this one is a little bit more intense. I get so many compliments on this fragrance whenever I wear it, and I really truly enjoy it. So if you're into warm florals, almost on borderline gourmand as well, then I think that you should definitely check out Intense Cafe from Montal. And speaking of coffee fragrances, this next fragrance I love so much. It's actually one of my favorite gourmands. This is Coffee Break from Replica or Maison Margiela. Y'all, I am so in love with this fragrance. This is like the perfect unisex scent to me. It just smells so beautiful. So in Coffee Break, there's coffee, of course. There's also tonka bean in here, a little bit of milk. There's lavender as well as vanilla, patchouli, cedar, and I think this fragrance is so beautiful. I feel like this is a great fragrance if you want to share it with your significant other. It's such a great unisex scent. I, again, don't really smell a ton of coffee. I mainly get the lavender and the vanilla and the tonka bean, but there is a creaminess about this fragrance that I really do enjoy. And I get a ton of compliments on this fragrance, especially from men. Whenever I go out, there's somebody that stops me and they're like, hey, what do you have on? And it's typically a Coffee Break. I am a huge fan of Replica fragrances, but this one is definitely among my favorite. I just think it's so beautiful. This is perfect if you want to do something during the day, like a day date, but this is also great for like a casual date night or even Netflix and chill if you're at home. It's got this coziness to it that I really do enjoy. And since we're going into the cooler months, y'all know cuffing season is upon us. It's approaching actually. And hey, if you want to be cuffed, if you want to be in the house chilling, I think that this is the perfect fragrance for that. So we have another fragrance from Kilian that I wanted to share with you all, and this is Rolling in Love. This is probably one of my favorite floral fragrances. It's floral, but it's also got this sweetness to it and a creaminess to it and a little bit of warmth as well. So in Rolling in Love, you'll find iris, tuberose, a little bit of almond milk, vanilla. It is just such a beautiful fragrance. I really feel like Kilian did such a great job on this scent. I personally enjoy this a lot. I feel like it's probably one of my favorite Kilian scents. I feel like you can definitely wear this all throughout the year, but it definitely shines in the cooler months or even transitioning into the cooler months. But I just think this fragrance is so beautiful. So if you like warm florals, but you like florals that have a little bit of sweetness and creaminess to them, I would definitely recommend Rolling in Love from Kilian. So this next fragrance that I want to share is from Penhaligon's, and this is Changing Constants. Y'all, I love this fragrance so much. This is like a gourmand lover's dream. It got caramel in it, it's spicy, it's warm, but it's not overly warm to where you can only pull this off when it's really cold. It's not like a super deep fragrance, but it is so beautiful. So there's caramel in here, there's a little bit of pimento, vanilla, there's sugar in here, a little bit of musk, and I just think this fragrance is so beautiful. So if you're into warm, spicy gourmands, I would definitely recommend checking out Changing Constants from Penhaligon's. Changing Constants isn't as long lasting as I would like for it to be, which is a little disappointing, but this fragrance is still so beautiful. So honestly, I just overspray. I spray it on my clothes. I actually apply this with a unscented lotion as well, so it can last a little bit longer, but this fragrance is just so beautiful. I am obsessed with this. Again, I have been waiting to wear this. Honestly, I'm just gonna spray it on me right now because I love this. This is gonna be my fragrance of the day. I just feel like Penhaligon's did not go wrong with this scent. It is just so beautiful. Again, if you love gourmands but you want something a little spicy, you want something warm but not too warm and too deep, definitely check out Changing Constants from Penhaligon's. All right, y'all, so this next fragrance is not new to this channel. I feel like we talk about this fragrance quite a bit over here. This is Valentino's Donna Born in Roma, and y'all know, if you are not new here, y'all know I love this beautiful, gorgeous fragrance. This is a warm floral. It's a little boozy and it's sweet. And it is so sexy. So in Donna Born in Roma, there's a little bit of bourbon vanilla, which makes it boozy and sweet. There's jasmine here. I think there's also jasmine tea, black currant, pink pepper. Oh, I just love pink pepper. It makes it a tad bit spicy, but this is like the perfect floral. Honestly, I wear this throughout the year, but I feel like it does really shine in the cooler months. I feel like, honestly, this is the perfect time to wear Donna Born in Roma. It's fun, it's flirtatious. Again, it is a sexy fragrance. The packaging is stunning and it'll look great on anybody's perfume collection, but y'all, I just love Donna Born in Roma. I honestly cannot talk about this enough. I'm such a huge fan. I also think that this one is blind buy worthy, and I really truly feel like everyone should consider having this one in their collection. It is just so beautiful and such a highly complimented fragrance, and I really truly enjoy this so much. I try to get as much use out of this as I can because it is just so beautiful. But again, I can't say enough things about Donna Born in Roma. I am obsessed with it, and if you are a warm floral kind of person, I definitely suggest checking this one out. So this last fragrance I want to share with you all is actually the most recent fragrance that I've added to my collection. I actually purchased this week, and y'all, I'm so in love with it. This is Perfect by Marc Jacobs, and this is the intense version. Y'all, I think this fragrance is so beautiful. So I do feel like this has the DNA of most of the other Marc Jacobs fragrances, like the Daisy ones, but this one is warm, it's sweet, and it kind of has like a nuttiness to it as well. There's almond in here, there's a little bit of jasmine sandbag, cashmere, a little bit of sandalwood as well, but this fragrance is so beautiful. The opening of this fragrance, again, reminds me of most of the Marc Jacobs fragrances. That DNA is still there, but this one is a little bit warmer. But the dry down of the scent is so beautiful, y'all. Honestly, it kind of smells like a banana nut bread to me. I don't know why. I feel like it reminds me of a banana nut bread in the dry down. It's not like overly sweet and overly nutty, but it does remind me of a banana nut bread. The nutty note in here also kind of reminds me of the nutty note in Passe Soir by BDK, but it's not overly intense. It doesn't take over the fragrance. It's just like a little nutty, a little sweet, and it kind of has a banana vibe to me. I know bananas aren't mentioned in any of the notes, but it definitely gives me a banana nut vibe, and I'm here for it, y'all. This is just such a beautiful fragrance. I'm so happy that I added it to my collection, and I will definitely be wearing this over and over and over again as we transition into the cooler months. So if you are interested in checking out this brand new fragrance from Marc Jacobs, this is Perfect Intense, and I definitely recommend it. All right, y'all, so that was my list of fragrances that I recommend as we transition from summer to fall. I gave y'all about 10. I'm sure there are a ton of other fragrances that I will be wearing as we go into these cooler months. So stay tuned as I am going to be sharing my fall fragrances. They're going to be a little bit deeper, a little bit warmer, a little bit more sensual. So be on the lookout for that video. But that is everything, y'all. I thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And also don't forget to comment down below and let me know what your favorite summer to fall fragrance is. Be sure to also check me out on social media. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter as well as TikTok. And my handles will be linked down below in the description box. But again, I thank you so much for watching this video. I can't wait to share another one with you. I hope y'all have a great one and be safe. Bye.